Peter Reinhardt in Boulder, Colorado with Joseph Pergolesi, the founder of The Fire Within. And we just had a conference all weekend here with Joseph and about 20 other oven operators, people who have bought your ovens and are taking them all over the country. And these are pizza operators, but they do a lot more with their ovens than just pizzas. But because we're talking pizza, I'm going to ask Joseph to make a pizza for us, make us you know, a pizza with two of my favorite cheeses. I've got the Bel Gioioso fresh mozzarella and their provolone, which is really one of my favorite cheeses to play with. So I was going to ask you to turn them into a pesto pizza. Sure.
I'm using Ciolo pesto. It's my favorite pesto. You can get it pretty much nationwide. And first I'm going to drizzle down some olive oil just to slightly thin out the pesto.
You don't need to put it actually in the pesto itself then, huh? You just put it on the crust?
I'll put it right on the crust.
Okay, good.
Dabble it on.
Oh, that's nice. And it gets like this really beautiful green. I love pesto because it's all fresh basil. It's just an amazing ingredient. In northern Italy, it's really used more as a finishing sauce. They don't really put it so much on things to cook. But we've been finding all sorts of other ways to use it on a pizza because it cooks so fast.
Right.
You can cook with it. When I'm making something like focaccia, which takes longer, like 20 minutes, I like to put it on after it comes out of the oven.
Right. This is the provolone.
Okay. So we kind of cut this into matchsticks so that they melt and make some nice little flavor pockets.
Yeah, it's great cheese. This cheese is incredible. My father, one childhood memory I have of provolone cheese is Saturday afternoon. I'd see my dad sitting at the kitchen table, slicing provolone cheese and reading the Saturday newspaper. This was his lunch.
Oh, sweet. I love and it's a great one to eat with salami. I like also the way it comes. It comes like in these big logs. This is just the end of the log. That's kind of cool.
I'm going to finish it off with some farm fresh cherry tomatoes.
That's a nice idea.
Yeah.
So we cut those in half so that they kind of burst open and you get a lot of coverage.
Yeah.
And that's it, huh?
There we go.
All right, let's put it in. We've got this oven roaring. All right, so it's in there. The pizzas take anywhere from a minute to 3 minutes, depending on how hot the oven is.
Yeah.
So, while this pizza's cooking, tell me a little bit about this rig, because, we've talked about in some of the other videos that we've made, different features. And one of the things I like about your ovens is, number one, every oven that you send out is slightly different so that nobody has like a cookie cutter version. But also it comes with some neat tools, the toys of the pizza maker. So tell us about some of the things it comes with.
Every hobby has good tools and toys. When you're a chef and you're cooking in a restaurant, every chef likes things in a particular place. And that's the concept of our trailers, which is modular. We've now boiled it down to where do we need things? How can we keep things as efficient as possible? So we design these built-in tool holders, and then you take it one step further and you think about stainless steel. It's the easiest surface to clean. We're increasing our counter space so you can either keep your wood or your pizzas. Speaking of pizza.
The tool you're using right now is, would you call that a peel?
Yeah, this is a turning peel.
A turning peel, okay.
Turning peel.
See, it's a small platform. It's not big enough to load a pizza with.
No, and it's just small enough to where you can get your peel underneath and turn it in place.
Nice.
Yeah. People also call this the stick.
The stick.
The stick. I'm a fan of the word peel.
I see another tool next to it that looks like a peel, but it's longer. What do you use that for?
Oh, this is great. This is my new favorite tool. I just got this the other day. This is for moving the wood around.
Oh, it's a wood peel.
It's heavier. If you give that a...
Yeah, more substantial, serious. Right. So you can use that to poke the logs into place.
To poke the logs, to move some ash around. It's a little bit larger. We have a beautiful fire in there.
Look at that ash.
Right now.
Yeah. And then we've got, of course, the indispensable brush.
Yeah.
Are these wire bristles?
Yes. Actually, copper.
Copper. So they won't melt.
Nope.
It's not like my nylon brushes, which would just disappear in about 2 seconds if you put that in there. Wow.
How's that look so far?
I'd give it another 30 seconds. We got a beginning of char. My philosophy on pizza is if it's not burnt, it's not done. In other words, push it right to that edge because we're trying to caramelize that crust as much as we can to get maximum flavor, and you're just about there. We're going to probably put it in for like 5 more seconds and then pull it out. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Eat that cheese.
Cool. Yeah. Hard to do that in a home oven, but again, all these pizzas that you make can be made in a home oven.
Absolutely.
Let's put it on that board. Okay, so we've got, this is the pesto pizza. You can see that beautiful pesto there with 2 kinds of cheeses. Provolone.
That's right.
And what was the other? Provolone and fresh mozzarella.
And farm fresh cherry
And then those
tomatoes.
beautiful tomatoes.
Yeah.
Right at the end of the tomato season here in Boulder. That's probably the last tomatoes we'll see before the frost comes. That's a beautiful pizza, Joseph. Simple too.
Simple, so simple.
Just a few ingredients.
Right.
Everything working together. The tomatoes and the pesto have to be a great combo.
It's color. You have to consider color when you're cooking.
Remove this. This is beautiful. I love these 3 little tomatoes lined up there. A little bit of char on the top of the cheese. It's just caramelizing so beautifully.
Oh.
And I'm going to cut it a little cleaner. There we go, all the way across.
Okay.
And wow. Pesto pizza with fresh tomatoes, provolone cheese, and fresh mozzarella.
I love this Ciolo pesto. It's so good.
That's a good pizza.
It's a good pizza.
Great, the crust has that great snap.
And that provolone is so good.
Yeah.